X's and O's.
All right, this is where you get involved. All of a sudden, the show becomes a cast of thousands, and we're always happy to have you be part of this. And let's go to an email that we got, and it's from our buddy Scott Swartz.
Schwartz without the Schwartz.
Well, it's S-W-R-A-R-T-Z. So maybe it's Schwartz. Maybe it's Schwartz.
Maybe it's Schwartz.
All I know is that he's from the 703. So attention. You know where the 703 is, boys?
I happen to know because I have a friend that lives there.
I just Googled it.
Northern Virginia. So,
not just Virginia.
Scott's got some money. Scott's got some money if you're living in the 703.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out to old Shep.
Senator, how are you? Congressman, how are you? So Scott writes, I was sitting at the lounge yesterday.
I wish you would have told us which lounge.
All right, I would have gone up and hung out. I was sitting at the lounge yesterday, and a discussion broke out about premium cigars and non-premium cigars. And no one could define the difference between the two. Additionally, when we took the approach of naming what we thought were non-premium cigars, no one could come up with the brands that non-premium represented. Of course, we all know the gas station cigars are non-premium. So if you could help me understand the difference between what is considered premium versus non-premium, and if, that's what we want to basically get to, that's the rub today. Premium versus non-premium. And when this got brought up, I thought to myself, well, that's easy. And then I thought, I was in the same dilemma. So let's go to the experts. Eric and Ivan, what's premium and what's non-premium?
So, Ivan, do you want to start?
No,
with
you
your
go
thoughts
ahead.
of it?
No,
so,
you go ahead.
So the most basic of the two is long filler tobacco, right? So if the cigar is made entirely by hand and 100% and made up of 100% long filler tobacco. Now, what that means, somebody out there is like, I've heard that, but I don't know what that means. So long filler tobacco means that it's the entire leaf. It hasn't been chopped up, because there's another category, which is mixed filler. And then there's another category, which is short filler.
Okay.
Right. So mixed filler would be, it's kind of like chopped up pieces of tobacco that are bigger, but not all the way. So if we were to take this cigar apart right now, you would find that the leaves that make up the filler go entirely from head to toe, right? From head to foot. Head to toe would be a person. So that the leaf will encompass the entire cigar, and it's just been folded up, or whatever construction method they use, entubado or whatever, but it takes up the entire length of the cigar. So that is long filler tobacco entirely made by hand. That is a premium cigar.
All right.
Cannot be machine made.
Cannot be machine made for it to be a premium, right? And cannot have mixed filler, or what they call a Cuban sandwich, which is a long filler binder with mixed and short filler for the filler,
with some pickles and mustard and
and Swiss cheese.
Una medianoche.
So then cigarillos are not premium, right? Flavored cigars, so no flavoring can be done on the cigar for it to be called a premium. Now, there are manufacturers who will kind of touch up the tobacco during fermentation with different things, but that's not flavoring.
Gotcha.
Right? Or some manufacturers will heat the tobacco at a higher temperature during fermentation to get the wrapper darker. By the way, this is a Maduro, and look how dark or not dark it is. This is a natural Maduro.
Right.
When the Maduro looks the color of the label on this cigar, which is black, then that has been, probably overheated.
Because
however, that still would be a premium cigar.
Okay, because we talked about
flavoring being applied that would take it away from being.
Sometimes the wrapper is really dark and it's a really mild, soft cigar.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's as advertised.
Yeah. This boy's got some power.
I think where it can get confusing, a premium cigar maker could make lower quality cigars, i.e. cheaper cigars, right? And they could use cheaper tobacco, non-aged tobacco, and even though it's not of their highest quality, it would still be considered premium.
That is correct.
Right.
That is correct. And that can throw you off, right?
Right. And even right now, I mean, there's certain manufacturers that sell cigars as seconds, where you see them on a lot of online sites.
For sure.
Sell them as seconds,
I was actually going to pull up.
Now, what do you mean by seconds?
I think they're marketed as seconds, and I think their point or their marketing perspective that they give here is that it's not a perfect cigar, not a perfect premium cigar that they're selling. So they could have blemishes or imperfections.
A second, quote unquote, second cigar would be one that went through the entire process of being a premium, but then it didn't pass at some point. Didn't pass a quality control test.
Still good,
but that is still a premium cigar,
right. And it still can be good.
Yeah, it can. But the manufacturer is saying, I'm not going to put my label on it because I can't speak for the quality of that cigar because it's going to be inconsistent. Maybe it didn't meet the weight standards. Because, like, for example, at Aganorsa, it's bringing it back to Aganorsa, every roller or every buncher has a scale next to them. And they weigh the cigars. The cigars have to be within a particular range of exactness so that you know that it has the right amount of tobacco in it. Right? So it wasn't underfilled or overfilled, which would obviously cause problems. But none of that we're talking about would disqualify from being a premium cigar. It's still a premium cigar, even though it was a second.
So here's the thing, because this makes me laugh.
Right.
There's certain manufacturers that sell a lot of second cigars, right? And they sell them very cheaply. They sell them for about $1.
Sure.
I've seen them. So not only are they selling a premium cigar that's lower in quality that they're able to sell it for $1, but they're also making a lot of mistakes in that factory to be able to sell the quantity of cigars that are being sold.
And those are still premium.
They're still premium.
Yep.
All right.
So the main, just to kind of tie that up in a bow, right? The main thing is handmade, entirely handmade, and it made up of 100% long filler tobacco. No flavoring, and that is a premium cigar.
Yep.
And to sort of put a bow on it, Scott. And again, forgive me for if I'm insulting our gas station and liquor store brothers and sisters out there. A buddy once told me, I don't go to the bakery to buy a steak. All right, I don't go to the butcher to buy some bread. Maybe going to a gas station to buy a cigar is not the best idea. You know what I mean?
There are exceptions.
Listen, living in Miami, I've walked into my gas station and my man's got a full roof to floor humidor going.
Exactly.
So, again, there are exceptions like every rule, but again, you don't go to the butcher to buy some bread. You don't go to
but man, if you're
but if it works.
But what if you're on the road? What if you drive a truck? What if whatever, or maybe you don't have a retail establishment that has cigars nearby. And all you can do is buy a mixed filler cigar at a gas station. God bless you, bro. Like, have at it. It's okay. I don't think that Scott's question was, oh, I hate when I get stuck with a non-premium, and I thought it was. That wasn't his question. He was just trying to identify what the difference was. And I don't knock a guy for smoking a backwoods or smoking something else that's non-premium. It's okay, man. Like, have at it, right? It's just your expectations to be set correctly.
But you usually won't find the mixed filler cigar at a regular cigar shop, right?
In most cigar shops, you won't. But there believe it or not, there are cases where a company will use. This is not normal, and usually it's a sign of something wrong going on. But a company with a respected cigar brand, premium cigar brand, will create a secondary label, still using that premium name, and will use a mixed filler format. So that has happened. And the only reason I know is because we do ratings here blind. And when I remember this one time we were rating a cigar, and the whole time, by the way, it's a dead giveaway when you have a mixed filler or short filler, because your mouth is constantly full of little bits of tobacco. It's constant because they kind of come out of the head.
They're just saying hello.
Yeah, and it's constantly. So I remember I was smoking the cigar. We only rate premiums. We don't rate mixed filler and short filler. And I remember all these little bits of tobacco in my mouth. And I'm like, what the hell's going on with this cigar? Is this premium? I mean, is this long filler or what? So after I had finished giving my notes, I cut it open. And I took a look, and sure enough, it was a short filler cigar.
Right.
So then I went back and I looked in the database, what cigar was this one, because obviously mine didn't have a label. And it was. I'm not going to name the brand because they actually discontinued that line. But it was an established brand that that is known for premium cigars. And this particular secondary line extension was a short filler cigar.
I think it's part of what we're talking about. A buddy of mine once called me and he said, "Hey, I'm at a cigar shop, right? I'm at a lounge, good lounge, and they say they have bundles. They have like 40 cigars and they're like $15. Should I buy this? Is these any good? Would those be considered premium? I mean, you're in a cigar lounge.
Yes,
they don't have a label.
We don't know, because when it's in a bundle, you can have a bundle of anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if it's a naked bundle that you don't have any labeling or anything. But if it's a bundle and it says long filler, try it out.
Have at it.
Try it out. Right? You may find
you can even ask the person at the lounge, "Hey, are these long fillers? Are these short filler?
Exactly.
This mixed filler?"
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and at the end of the day, the best thing about this, it's the journey. You know what I mean? Try it out. Try it out. Maybe you'll find for your palate or for your pocketbook at the time, it works.
And if you know what, and if you don't love it, it's okay. Smoke that while you mow the lawn, or use it to give away to buddies who are, who have really bad palates, or who have done something horrible to you. I'm not kidding.
It's funny when people are always like, you're saying how you tell Terrence, "Hey, don't knock me out of the water with this one." Sometimes, I'm almost afraid to give some. When somebody says, "I've never had a cigar before, what should I smoke?" You almost want to give them something good, right? But at the same time, you're like, man, you don't want to
That's a great question for another show.
Give them something amazing, or do you give them something off of a bundle?
That is another great question.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I have my go-tos.
Do I get a cigar swag pack for that? Just a dark shirt, please.
Okay.
I'm glad if you saw the last episode, it was all of a sudden, I don't know what was going on. Maybe
your shirt got darker.
And my shirt, as it progressively, we can almost do a time lapse. Christian, don't do that. We can almost do a time lapse. But no,
I have a good quick story.
Dímelo.
My brother-in-law's 50th birthday. I was supposed to be the cigar purveyor for this party, right? There's a bunch of people, so I couldn't buy a bunch of really expensive cigars for this. I mean, I couldn't afford it. Right. So I went to a local shop here that I'm friends with, whatever, and they said, "Hey, I got these bundles that are great. These are long filler bundles, and they're excellent cigars. They make other brands or what have you. Take these, I'll give you a good deal on it, and then you can take them to the party." However, the only size that they had were like these huge double toros, or they're humongous. They're almost 60 ring gauge, or like 6.5 inches long. They're big. So I take them to this party and I set up the cigar table, make it all nice and cute and whatever. And as the night progressed, I'm just looking across the party, and I see all these people with these big cigars, and they're on fire because they can't even light them. And people are like bending over because they're too strong, and everybody's messed up.
Oh no!
Oh my God, I killed half the party.
It's like, Ed, why are you green?
He actually showed up Monday, Ivan.
Super
after
happy.
That party. He walked in with this giant grin. He's like, I can't wait to tell you what happened.
I buried 7 people the other night. It was great. It was unbelievable.
It was awesome.
Hey, listen, there are Winston Churchills and then there are non-Winston Churchills. But again, that's the adventure. And now the second time they say, "Listen, Eric, you bring Ivan, you bring the wine. Don't bring the cigars.
Don't bring the cigars."
That'll be the best way. Well, I hope that helped, Scott, from the 703 from Northern Virginia. Wait, I'm saying there's money up there. There's money up there.
Scott's not buying short fillers.
No, Scott probably owns the lounge, So, yes. So thank you for the question. And what happens now that we read Scott's query?
Scott's going to get a Cigar Snob swag pack flying his way.
All right, Scotty.
Yami will put it in the mail tomorrow.
And no one mails stuff like Yami. Yami's the best.
Well, by the way, speaking of mailing stuff constantly for free, the show. Have you seen our show, our Win Stuff Live?
Yes. Tell me about it. Tell the people.
Yeah.
It's the newest sort of addition to the Cigar Snob library.
That's right. So every
Weekly,
Friday, every single Friday around 3 p.m. Eastern, we do an episode of Win Stuff live on our Instagram. So the Instagram is Cigar Snob Mag. And people have been tuning in, and we basically ask you a question that you can't possibly answer without hints. And we start throwing hints at you, and then whoever answers first wins something
And
for
I've
free.
seen this office at about 3 o'clock on a Friday, so watch out. Don't be giving away the Rolexes. Don't be giving away your Lexus. Ivan's Bentley. Don't be giving that stuff away.
We'll get there.
Soon.
We'll get there.
Can you imagine?
So anyway, it's a lot of fun. And so anyway, Scott, we're going to send you a swag pack. And if you want to double down on that, Scott,
we're
go on
gambling now.
Friday on Instagram and watch us win stuff live.
Thanks for watching Cigar Snob on YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what you saw. Also head over to our YouTube channel to check out more exciting content. And also head over to cigarsnob.com where you can subscribe to our print magazine and receive it at home 6 times a year.